What up, family? How we doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy D, right? This is D's Daily Due Diligence, all right? So, welcome back, subscribers. Today, I want to do something fun for the family, right? Something different. I know we always talk about AMC and stocks like that and the stock market and things like that. But if you pay attention to, right, my title and what my channel is about, right, I like to talk about stocks, investments, and education, okay? So, keep that in mind. So, today, we're gonna do something fun, right? Remember, though, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, right? So don't take it as that. Take it for educational and entertainment purposes only. But today we get to talk about, what we're gonna do with our money after the squeeze, baby, because we know the hedgies and the shorts, right? We know they hate that, right? When we start talking about what we're gonna do with our squeeze money after the squeeze, right? So it is smart to have a plan for that money, right? You want to have investments in mind or what you're gonna do with it because sorry, when you look at inflation over time, right, if you're just holding cash in the bank or whatever, it's actually losing value, right? So if you don't know that, that's what actually happens, right? If you're not investing your money, if you're not looking for return on investments, if you're not moving it, diversifying, and so on, right, guys? So yes, I'm gonna talk to you about one of my investments that I have in mind. It's a BlackRock coffee bar, right? So it's a coffee shop. It's a franchise, and I'm gonna give you some more details on that, right? And so you can start thinking about what you want to do with your money, like because I've read books like Rich Dad Poor Dad. I've read management books. I've managed already, right? I have some experience, so this is all gonna tie into it. And so that's what I plan to do with my squeeze money, right? I've read, from a lot of books and a lot of millionaires and stuff like that I pay attention to. They have said that they have at least seven sources of income, right? So it could be, a real estate investment, it could be a business investment or a couple businesses, For me, one is going to be a BlackRock coffee shop. It could be a restaurant. It could be, a dry cleaning place. It could be a washing place. So just things like that or franchises, right? So this would be one of them, and this is what I plan to do with my squeeze money because I believe in the AMC and GME squeezes, right? I believe they have to cover those shorts, and I know that once they start covering those shorts, that's when we're gonna get our payout. All right, guys. So let me break it down. Let's move on to the information. Now I don't have like the full details, but I'm kind of gonna give you a picture, and then I'm gonna show you some videos too to go along with it. All right, cool that I found. All right, so let's jump into that info. Thanks for coming back, like always. I really appreciate you guys, the subscribers. It feels like, you know, I've been here for a while, right? A few months, whatever, like 7, 8, 9 months, something like that. But that's not really that long in reality. And I've seen the progress of the channel and how the subscribers have grown and so on. And because I go to other channels, right? And I remember like I see some channels that have like 70 subscribers or 100 or 150, 200, whatever. I remember when I was at that point, and now I want to cross 300, right? Like I'm this close to crossing 300 subscribers and so on. So this is, a way that you can, just think about other business ventures, right? Because one thing about me is that I'm always going to find a way, all right? Like I'm a hustler. Like the way I was raised was to, be proactive and aggressive when it comes to what you want to do and what you want to, attain in life and get in life. I came from a small town. All right, guys, and that's just what I was taught, growing up from, my uncle and my dad and so on, right? Um, so let's jump into, let me start off with this right here. So this is what you got to keep in mind, right? When you're starting a business, like how much it costs, what you have to go through, what it takes, right? So this is a little breakdown of the BlackRock coffee bar investment, right after the squeeze. So the cost, right? So you have a $50,000 fee right off the bat, right? That you're gonna pay for the franchise, and then for construction, I'm looking, I think probably around 80K to probably 100K around that range, right? And then the other things after all that, right? After you pay the franchise fee, the construction, the building is up. Well, you still got to think about hiring. You got to think about equipment. You got to think about the product, right? All that goes into the cost of your initial investment, right? So then we're looking at about 162K up to 300K, is what I researched and found. And at this point, you would own 51% of the franchise, and the franchise would own about 49%, right? So, one question, you got to ask yourself is, are you going to work there, or are you going to hire a full-time manager, or are you going to be the full-time manager, right? In order to collect more profits, maybe at least for the first year or whatever, right? And then the goal is to turn this into residual income, right? Like passive income. The money itself, like you invest it, but then you have that money every month, right? Like from the turnover, right? You're buying the product, you're selling it, you're paying out, and then you collect your profit, right? So you're turning this into more income, right? That is just automatic. So then this is just a range, right? This is just to give you an idea of what is possible with a coffee shop like this. And I've done some research. I've gone into, I'm like a customer. I've talked to them, right? I've asked them. Some stores, right, sell over 1,000. That's their average, right? Like as far as like coffees per day. They also have energy drinks. So take this into account. I'm just saying, the coffees are $4, $5, or $6, $7, right, for the extra large or whatever. So I'm just giving you an average. Try to understand that it's just say if you were to sell, at least 500 coffees per day, right? And you're multiplying that times $5. So the sales that you're gonna get per day is 2,500. And then I have the week, the month, and the year. So if you're just selling 500 coffees a day, you're gonna, for the week you'll have 17,500 around there, right, in sales. And then these are just estimates too, right? These are not like official or nothing. Like this is just the math that I did, right? So then for the month you're gonna have about 70K in sales, and then for the year you would have 840K in sales, right? Just at 500 coffees per day at $5, just as an average, right? So after paying everything out, your electricity, your rent, or all the different things, right? The employees, the franchise, you're gonna have your profit left over. I don't have that information, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of like what's possible here, right? So coffees per day, 700. Say now you've been around for a year, now your business is going up, right? The economy is getting better because it's gonna be rough for a year or two, right? As far as the economy, in my opinion. But 700 coffees a day, right? You're looking at 3,500. Weekly is going to be 24,500. Monthly, you're looking at 98,000. And then check this out for the year, right? In sales, and this is before taxes, right? So you would have 1.1 million in sales, right? And then now once you're established and when business is good, and if you can get to this level where, like I told you, like that BlackRock that I went to, they are doing this kind of volume. So you're talking about 1,000 coffees per day at $5. You're ending up with 5,000 in sales per day, right? Weekly 35,000, monthly 140K, and then for the year $1.6 million in sales. All right, guys. So there's that information. Now let's jump into what it is, right? So what if there's not that many? They're only on the West Coast, right? The BlackRocks. So this is their website, right? You can go check out their official website. I'll just read just a piece of this, right? So we strive for excellence in everything we do in life. Our crafted drinks are a way that we show respect for our customers and ourselves. They are the beginning of a relationship built trust and care that through time grows to see our stores unfold in our city. Yeah, just so that's their message, right? I'll show you the videos. It's a little more fun that way, right? And this is what it is, right? So how does it work as far as like the franchise? So the contemporary coffee chain offers a unique proposition to their customers and franchise owners alike through their employee franchise program. Employees have the opportunity to start their own location. Interested employees can partner with an outside investor to finance it, and the new franchisees receive 51% of the company. All right. So then when I went and looked up this video, but here's where I got this data from too, right? So franchiseranking.com has 4.6 reviews, right? So I think, or 4.6 stars out of 51 reviews. And it started in 2008. Here's some information about the CEO and the vice president and so on. And so you're looking, for cash, you need 15 to 25K. And the total investment is right here. So 162K to 340K is what they estimate. Revenue, right? 10 million to 50 million. And they've full-time employees for the whole franchise or the whole thing. I think it's 250 to 500 employees, right? So there's that information. So let's just jump over to the video. All right. Yeah, let's go over this one first. It's going to show you kind of what it looks like and the product and what I was talking about, the employees and so on, right? So let's start it off.
So come with me and let's check it out. Hey guys, we're here at 35th and Greenway at BlackRock. This is Haley.
Hi.
She is the manager here, and she's gonna give us a quick tour.
I'm going to give you a quick tour. I'm going to take off my mask.
Brings so much coffee.
All right, here we
I've
go.
never been behind the scenes. I'm a little excited right now.
All right, well, this is our back room. This is where all the magic.
This is the storage, right? So you need to buy all the product, the racks, flavors, the equipment. See all the coffee equipment, employees that you need to hire and pay hourly, right?
Fuel stations. This is where all of our own branded energy drink brands go into. We have the fuel. We have tons of different flavors in here that you can do and customize your own thing. We have our coffee list station back here. The most important part is going to be our customer service part. So this is right here. Just making sure that, you know, we're giving those people what they want. We've got Kennedy over here pulling shots, making drinks. Ethan over here helping her out. Great old assistant.
Oh, you know.
All right, and then we have Elena. She's doing it all on the headset, talking to everybody. And that's kind of what it's like. You guys want to learn how to pull a shot?
Yeah.
That'd be fun. All right.
Cool. She's got good energy, right?
Coffee shops we're talking about, right? Right. Oh, okay.
All right. Maybe after this, we can all take dubs of coffee. You know,
Go ahead.
that would be really
I'm
fun.
down for that.
All right. So what's really cool about us is we always have.
So remember the
bread
cups,
ready,
the
no matter
iPad,
what. So you get
literally
very fresh
everything,
coffee
right?
every time. We're gonna pull our double in here. What should we make? What do you want to make?
What's your most popular drink?
What should we make, guys?
A caramel blondie.
Blondie, you know?
That's what my wife has.
I tried it. It's really sweet. I usually get the Irish coffee.
Alrighty, so let's do it. Let's make it an ice one, okay? So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our ice pitcher. We're gonna grab that flavor in here. We're gonna throw our fresh shot in there. Stir it all up. Pour our milk on over. All right, we're making a medium. You know, Ethan wants to make it a little bit bigger here. All right, and we're gonna pour it on over. Who wants it?
I'll take it.
There you go.
There you go.
Drink it up. All right.
Fantastic. Ooh.
All right, cool, guys. That's the first video. Now let me jump over to another one, all right? Just so you kind of get the idea if you're not familiar with what BlackRock is, right? See, we got energy drinks, coffee drinks, and you know, what's it called? I'll tell you.
We're here at
Pastries,
BlackRock
yeah.
Coffee Bar in Northern Glendale on 67th Avenue and Bell Road. This is one of Quinn and I's favorite spots. Come get some liquid motivation.
If you're looking for that morning kickoff for coffee, check out the iced caramel blondie. It's personally one of my favorites. Make sure you get the whip. If you're a little bit more of an energy drink person, they do have some flavored energy drinks that are fantastic. That's what Brian and I got right here. Multiple locations all over the valley. Look them up and check them out.
Alrighty, yo, that's all I got for the videos. So yeah, I just want to put that information out there, right? Like that's one of my goals, right? One of the things that I want to do, especially with that money from the squeeze, is go ahead and open one of these, all right, guys? And we're in my area, right, where I live. So yeah, just putting that out there. Now let's just go over, talk about some quick information, right, with AMC, especially with the chart. I do still like where it's at. I know that it had a, you know, just a flat day, but the market makers, they're just trying to burn the options, right? Because there's so many of them, and it's just the theta, the decay, right, is taking the money away, and they're making the money, right? So we get these two doji candles, which is rare. Like you don't really get these too often. But I do want to point something out over here. I'm gonna go back to the run up in the past, like before, right? So like I said before, I think the pattern is extended, right? But we're kind of like in this part right here, in my opinion, right? Because we just got the green flip, the super trend, right? So you see it popped up, and then it took a little while before it actually took off, right? So it was like, as I look over here, where usually, right, once you get the green super trend, because this is on the daily, so I'm zoomed out, right? You see this power move that just happened, 2 small candles, and then guess what? A huge run up, right? So look at this pattern right now, right here, right? So it's like a flag, 2 small candles, and then we'll see tomorrow we can get the big run up above all the, it would take a lot, right? A lot of volume. It would have to do with the options chain, right? If they didn't buy the shares that the market makers needed to cover those calls, right? That's what I'm looking for tomorrow. All right, so I'm still pretty bullish because it's holding the support and it's still green. That's why I zoom out. All right, so just that's what I'm looking for tomorrow. All right, guys, and then we'll have to recap for the week, but it's making progress, right? We were down here at the $11 range not too long ago, and now we were touching 16, and you know, we're struggling with 15 right now. The market makers don't want it to close above 15 tomorrow because there's 24,000 contracts alone at that strike price, right? So let's go check this out. 1.4 million, 8.9%. That fee's still pretty low. And we currently have 68,000 calls in the money. And like I said, this has even gone up. More people have, you know, there's been more volume. More people have opened more calls on that. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, right? But the short percentage, we'll see what it was today. But for yesterday, it was low, 37.6, which that has not happened in a while, right? So we'll have to see what that comes out at. And then remember that, you know, there has been a lot of shorts that have piled on. This is from the short interest ownership, right? So these are all still open positions, right? And when did they open these? Let's go back to like this new one, the green one, right? So on the 27th. So if you go back to the 27th, the price, all right, that one must be pretty even if they opened up. Depends when they open it. If they open up down here, that's when it was reported. But let's see, there was one, okay, on the 26th, right here too, on the 25th. So that one that was open on the 25th, right? So the price was around 1180. So obviously the price is higher, right? So those shorts are actually negative right now, right? They're not making money on those, okay? So I just want to point out, right? Shorts are screwed anyways. I want to say fucked anyways, right? They're fucked because we're holding all the shares, all right, guys? So yeah, the options chain alone, right? See, 23,000 calls right now at $15. So anything can happen tomorrow, guys. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, I said in yesterday's video, $20 would be the break for me, where you would see a parabolic move because of the puts and the calls, and you still have 53,000 open at 20. And then on the put side, at 20, you would knock out 31,000 puts, right? So that's what I want to see for tomorrow. All right, we'll have to wait and see. As far as GME, just have a quick recap. It started off, you know, pretty good today. It had a run, but guess where it got rejected at? And I said it yesterday too. 150. It's going to be a very tough break, but if it can bounce off, since it's holding right now, the 200 EMA, if it can bounce off, use it as support tomorrow and come retest, we might see a break. All right, guys, but we'll have to wait and see again. It's still following the uptrend, right? It's not in a downtrend. It's following this line here, right? So I just want to point that out, and it's sitting above the 200 EMA, which can still bring a lot of action in the next few days. And they have the dividend, right? On Monday is when they're going to start moving everything and start issuing to, I think, be done by the end of the week, right? To distribute the shares. So they got about 7,000 to short with, and 11,000 calls are in the money. Let's see what we got down here. So 11,000, a lot of them are out of the money. 85. It's pretty even with the puts too. All right, guys. Yeah, that's all the information I got. Just wanted to do something a little more fun today, right? I've still got the data, but that's just what I'm thinking, right? Especially once we get the squeeze, we get the money, and we get the hell out of AMC and move on with our lives, and we start, you know, doing what we need to do, what we want to do with that money. But like I said, I'm going to look to reinvest it in multiple ways, right? Because I believe if you just sit on it, you're spending, then you're most likely going to go broke, all right? And that's why a lot of people that win the lottery, they go broke not too long after, because they're just spending, and they don't know how to reinvest and how to diversify and make that money work for them, okay? So yeah, that's what my channel's about. I always want to bring you something new, something, you know, easy to learn, and some information that you can take and hopefully apply to your life as far as like education and so on. All right, so catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.